Hey all, this is Lamar Townsend, and I'm here to give some tips and tricks on smudging. For those of you that don't know, smudging is the act of using smoke, usually from a dried plant or flower of some sort, or usually it's a plant or some type of flower. You can use lavendar, or I've seen people use juniper. This is a sage stick. Sage is the most commonly used form of smudging. And basically, smudging is using the act of smoke to clear negative energies or unwanted energies in the home or space. Um, and I just want to give some tips and tricks on smudging for you guys out there. This is a full stick of sage, and for a lot of people, people just like to smudge their areas just because they like the smell. A lot of people say that sage smells like marijuana. For those of you that know what marijuana smells like, that and you smelled that before, and you've burned sage, that can be a self conclusion. But I personally like the smell of sage, so I'm just gonna use this candle to light the sage. You have to be careful because it can be highly flammable. Now, one of the tricks that I have for you guys is that when you smudge an area, one of the good things to do is to say like a prayer to yourself, or um, say something like, I am lighting this sage in an attempt to get rid of the negative spirits in this space or this home. I ask that all the negative spirits exit this home and this space uh, through the doors, and you would leave the doors and your back door open so the negative spirits or entities could leave, because negative spirits and entities don't like the smell of sage. Um, so say something like that, or just something simple like I ask that this space be covered in light and good vibes, good thoughts. Just saying something quick to help validate the sage and help the sage to have a purpose in clearing the negative energy and have a purpose in restating the energy, rebalancing the energy. Sage is a great feng shui type of uh I guess herb or plant. It really sets the feng shui. One of the other things is when you really 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 want to sage a place or a space. Sometimes this, you see how it's burning, like it's burning without any issues right now, but sometimes there can be issues with you having to relight it. One of the tricks that I found is that if you have like a lamp or something or a fan, I don't know why I said a fan or a lamp, but if you have like a lamp and you just turn the, or if you have a fan and you turn the fan on high, I guess because there's a lamp right there. But if you have a fan and you turn the fan on high and you just put the sage right in front of the fan, um, the fan helps the sage, I guess the fire spread more evenly in the sage and you get a deeper burn. And it burns for a longer time, and you can really, really sage the space. And if you really wanted to get some deep smudging done, that's a great way to get the sage to burn really, really deeply, and last a long time, is to just put it in front of a fan for a little while. Be careful though, because sometimes sparks do fly. Sage is highly flammable, so never leave sage unattended. And always remember that sage is a sacred. Um, it's a sacred herb. It's a sacred smudging tool, and it's best to always say a prayer or to say an affirmation before you start saging a place. And also light some candles as well when you sage someplace. And as always, do your own research on saging. But I hope that these just quick little tips helped you, and I hope you learned something from this video. If you didn't know about saging before, I always sage before I do my readings to help clear the energy from the past reading or just the energy overall, and to let the good vibes come through, the truth come through, and just sage is a great plant, you guys. Um, Thank you for listening, and I hope this helped you. Catch you next time. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.